actually never shot with the model before, so this is the first time that I did it with a model. Hey, what's up guys, back with another video. I don't know if you've noticed, but I rearranged a little bit here, so it looks a little bit different from what I did before. Let me know if you guys like it, but I might add some more things to the wall, make it a little bit different, you know, for YouTube, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, today we're doing another video. We are doing a tutorial. I've gotten some comments that people want to do tutorials, and I said, yeah, why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and do a tutorial. This tutorial is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be car photography, but this time it's gonna be with a model. This was an opportunity that was brought up, and I thought it was a great idea. I actually had never shot with the model before, so this is the first time that I did it with a model. And she's a friend of mine, and I've known her for a while. But this time I wanted to show how I edited this shot with a model and a car, and a little bit of how I did the shots. In my experience, I've never shot a model before, so I didn't know poses. I didn't know how to put, you know, where she should stand, where she would with the car. So I had to do a bunch of research actually before I even started to do the photo shoot. I even asked her if she knew any positions or anything like that, because I don't know any poses for models or anything like that. I know how to pose a car, but I don't know how to pose a person. So that's why with this collaboration with her, I thought it was a great opportunity for me and for her. And I thought this was a perfect chance to actually, even today, to do a tutorial. So you can see the whole process and how I did editing her with the car in Lightroom. So let's go ahead and jump in Lightroom so you guys can take a look and see how I edited this photo with her. So let's go ahead and jump into Lightroom. All right, so here we are in Lightroom. Here are the photos. So I actually want to show you guys a little bit of the shots that I got during the whole process. So we were testing out locations because we weren't really sure where to go. I mean, we knew where to go, but we didn't know where in that location where to shoot. So here we can see this was an okay spot. You can see the sun was super bright on her. I didn't have like any diffuser or anything. Like, I was not prepared for a model shoot. I mean, now if I do a shoot with a model, I'm gonna make sure I get a diffuser, things like that, to block out this harsh sun. But in this case, you can see it in her face. Oh, by the way, this is Grace. Grace is awesome. This was her first time modeling for a photo. This is my first time shooting a model. I actually know her, so thanks Grace for coming out and doing this photo shoot with me. So that being said, we can see here that it was hard to find a spot. We couldn't find one. She was driving the car, first time driving a GT53. Awesome car. So at the time when we were doing the shoot, I asked her, and she was asking me for poses, and I was like, I don't know. But it's cool because I knew her, so like that's why we were very comfortable. So like I was just like, you know, you do your thing, I'll just shoot. I'll just point and shoot, and then you just do your thing. So it worked out. She was just like, you know, I told her just be comfortable, be yourself, so that way the shots look natural. You can tell when someone's uncomfortable in the shot, so that's why I told her just be yourself, do your thing, and it worked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 photos. So I'm gonna do one with the front of the car, one inside the car, and another one behind the car. So this one, let's see which one we can use. So there was a time that she was sitting on the car. I don't want to select this one to show you guys editing, because I'm going to do one that you show both the car and her. So I guess we could do a vertical shot so you guys can see the vertical process. I did shoot vertically for social media for her. So let's go ahead and do a vertical shot where we can see the car and her. I think we're going to use this shot right here for the tutorial. So let's go ahead and jump into this photo. I'm going to do what I usually do, which is exposure, color, and then Photoshop. So let's go ahead and jump. So the tricky part with shooting a model in a car is that you don't want one or the other to pop out more than the other. We want them to look equal, so we don't want them to stand out. So the thing is that obviously a car is much bigger than a person, so we have to balance it so that it matches, and at the same time we want to make it look good. So let's go ahead and start with exposure. So I'm going to expose for the whole shot, and then I'm going to create a mask for each individual subjects, and then edit a little bit on each subject, and then based off of that, then we can jump into Photoshop. So first, let's go ahead and expose. So I'm going to obviously lower the highlights because it's a little overexposed, and then I'm going to raise the shadows because they're a little underexposed in the shadowy part. So as you can see, we brought all that shadow back in the details in the car, and then also the details on her. And then I'm going to go ahead and lower the blacks just to give it a little bit more saturation in the darks, in the blacks. And then I'm going to see if I can mess with the tone curves a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And then raise exposure, and then bring up a little bit to make it a little bit more softer in the dark, in the shadows. So now I'm going to go ahead and give it a vignette as well, just to give it the focal points. There we go. And I'm going to raise the shadows just a little bit more. There. And then now I'm going to soften it just a tad, because I'm going to soften her when I mask her. Actually, that being said, we can go ahead, actually before I go there, let's go ahead and see if we can make it a little bit yellower, just to give it some color, and then raise the vibrance just a little bit. So it's just a lot of shadow in her, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mask it instead. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, the good thing with Lightroom now is that you can literally select the individual person in Lightroom, because Lightroom now has AI. So in this case, I'm going to select her, the subject, and I can even go into detail like facial skin, body skin, eyebrows, lips, eyes, hair, clothes, all of that detail. Because Lightroom now implemented all that, which is amazing because it makes my life easier. It makes a lot of people's life easier. But in this case, I want to edit her whole body because I want to expose her whole entire body. So I'm going to do the entire person, create the mask, and I'm going to go ahead and raise the shadows. She was a little bit dark. There we go. And then highlights. Actually, I'm going to keep the highlights the way it is. So I'm going to zoom in just so I can see her. And then I'm going to soften her skin a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. And then raise the shadows a little bit more. Awesome. So she looks good. So now, I was going to do the car, but the car seems already well exposed. And she doesn't stand out too much from the car. So I'm going to keep the car just the way it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mask the sky to see if maybe we can just give it a little bit more life to it. That's too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just raise the dehaze. Not too much, because I don't want the blue to stand out too much and be too distracting. So this is before and after. Looks great. So now I'm gonna see if I can manipulate just the shadows a little bit more. Not manipulate, but add a little bit more color to the shadows. I'm gonna see if I can add blue. I want to see how it looks with blue. I'm gonna hold shift so it keeps it in that color. Yeah, so actually that looks pretty good. Adding blue to it. See how it looks like without. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so now, before I go into Lightroom, I'm going to hit this magical button called denoise in the noise reduction section, which uses AI to get rid of the noise in Lightroom. So it works so good, because if you raise the what do you call it, the noise reduction manually, it does okay, but it makes the photos look a little too like soft, too cartoonish. But the way AI does it, I don't know what it does, but it just makes it look so good. So for example, look at her face, and then look at it now. Yeah, so it, let me just show the example. So this is without noise, with noise, and then this is without noise. Yeah, so you can see it. You can see it. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and bring this into Lightroom, into Photoshop, because I'm going to remove some of this stuff here, like these stickers, and then maybe try to see if we can get rid of this pillar. Let's see how, error reading machine specific buttons. But, let's see how, what Photoshop can do, or in this case, what AI can do. So, let's go ahead and use AI. So I'm going to use the lasso tool just so I can select what I want. I want to get rid of this little puddle of water. And I can just type in here, remove, hit enter, and then it should use AI to remove it. And I'm going to get ready and zoom in. It should do a pretty good job. Yeah, it always does. So I'm going to go here now to remove this sticker from the window. Move. Right, that's remove. Alright, so now, I hit the mic. Let's see how Photoshop does with removing this pillar. I'm going to actually select also this shadow as well. Alright, let's see how it does. To be honest, I would not be surprised if it didn't do a good job, because it usually does. It does a great job. So let's see. Yeah, look at that. Huh? Amazing. I love it. Yeah, that looks awesome. Let me know what you guys think. I think that looks good. So I'm gonna hit save and then bring it back into Lightroom. All right, so what I usually do, oh my god, Siri, I was talking to you. That was weird. So so what I usually do when I finish editing a photo or selecting it, I mark it. So I like to hit a marker, I like to mark it with the color. So usually if I hit 7, it marks it yellow. Or you can just go here and you can set a color to yellow. So I usually mark it yellow, so that way when I go back I can just know, okay, all the yellow ones are the ones that are the final selected or edited, and that way I can export it. So, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to export. So I'm going to show you some settings, export settings that I usually do. If I have a specific folder, in this case I don't, I'm going to just save it on the desktop. I rename them, so in this case I will rename it Grace, because that's her name. And then GT53, so that way I know it's which car. I don't do any resizing. I keep it the way, resolution 300 dpi, no watermark, and 100% quality JPEG. I mean, there's like people that do like all these crazy export settings. This always worked for me. I never had an issue with it. So that's it. And then exported. So now what I typically do, so I go back to the original photo here, and then you can actually hit copy, and you can actually tell Lightroom what you want to copy, and it copies whatever you want to copy, like settings, like what you edited. So I copy. I'm not gonna do the masking because actually, you know what? Let's try it. Let's hit masking and see how it copies the mask. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and start editing on, let's select now an interior shot. So I'm gonna do the one when she's sitting inside the car. Those were the ones that were my favorite. So let's see. This one's a little bit close. I think I might have to go with a vertical shot because the vertical shots were the best one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one this way because you can see her eyes. It's very moody, so I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. So I'm gonna hit Command V, which is paste. So right now it's pasting the settings and also the mask as well. So now I'm gonna go into the mask tool so I can see what it did and what it selected. So that's her. Okay, did good. And then this was the sky, so I'm gonna remove it because we don't have a sky obviously here. So I think the settings look good, and it saved me so much time because I literally just copied and pasted. So I'm gonna just keep that the way it is. I don't need to do any Photoshop. And then let's do a rear photo. So we can do my battery on my camera's dying, so I gotta hurry up. Let's just do this one. So in this case, let's go ahead and paste, see how it does. Yeah, that looks awesome. So that was before and after. So yeah, so that's the benefit of being able to copy and paste the setting. So it's amazing. So this is the before and the after of this one. So I'm gonna mark it, and then before and after. This is why I like marking it, because you can actually find it so much more easier. And then this is the before and after of this one, and this one. Before. It's not showing it, but anyways, you get the point. So let me go ahead and export this photo. I'm gonna name it number 2. And then this photo, I'm gonna name it 3. So before I actually export, a little bit too saturated. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead, I think she's a little bit too dark. There we go, perfect. And export that and save her, and save it as 3. Nice. So yeah, all right, so I pretty much wrapped it up so you guys can see how I edited the photo. But I hope this helped in any kind of way if you ever trying to do a photo shoot with a model. I hope this helped, and I really want to do some more tutorials and video. It's because now I'm doing more video editing, so I want to show how I do the process of video, how I do the process of writing the story and things like that, or the shot list that I come up with before I even do the video shoot. So I want to do a little bit more of that in the back end so I can show you how I did it. I don't really normally have behind the scenes shots, so I can't really show it, but what I can do is I can show how I did the step-by-steps, and then how I did the story and how I came up with the story and all of that for the video, so you guys can take a look. But yeah, I hope this video helped in any kind of way. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends if they have any potential shoots with models. Show them how I edited the video. Maybe this can give them an idea of a pose or even how to edit it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.